The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Milwaukee.
More levels, more devils. Diesel.
The Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. Celtics made a special trip here for one game, back in Boston for the next one. Andy Miles getting settled in, really clicking.
That trade is something that has the staff, players, and fans excited. They think it may be the piece of the puzzle necessary to get over the proverbial hurdle.
And with good reason. I mean, we're talking about one of the very best we have in our league, and you have to think he'd help any team.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team, as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle. Over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
The Celtics have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Outside Thomas. Jordan sets the pick for Thomas. It's deflected. It's stolen by Carter Williams. The feed to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. Now the dish to Monroe. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Monroe's got the first points of the night for the Bucks. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Sullinger with the bucket. Here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Now, here's Thomas. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Henson in the post. He's against Jordan. The shot's good from Henson.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Jordan sets the pick for Sullinger. The shot is good off the backboard. Sullinger's got his second bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. Thomas goes in. Rejected by Monroe. sets a screen for Carter Williams. Rebound, Boston. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Carter Williams kicks to Henson. Here's Middleton, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Middleton's got his first basket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Thomas gets a wide open look, buries the long-range jumper.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Carter Williams against Thomas. To the middle. Jordan dishes to Sullinger. And that one's good. Sullinger's got 6 points.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Carter Williams, the pass to Monroe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
Zeller, he's checked in for Boston. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And he makes both free throws. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
Celtics trail by 3. Now here's Thomas. Outside Bradley. Boston again missing.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Bradley. To the right side. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Exactly. Guys, they're clearly the better team, but you can't take anybody for granted. They're all NBA players. They get their checks twice a month across the league, so you've got to come prepared and focused and ready to play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Henson. Mayo comes in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Then for the Celtics, Amir Johnson's checked in for Sullinger. Turner comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's C.J. Miles in for Bradley. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Thomas. Picked by Zeller. Parker with the steal. And now it's Mayo running. He can go all the way.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by O.J. Mayo. Outside Thomas. In the corner, Miles with it. 6 to shoot. Johnson inside. Antetokounmpo defending. And the basket by Johnson. Milwaukee leading by 3. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Thomas. And Bayless kicks to Mayo. Lets it go with a 3. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. Mayo's got his second bucket tonight.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Thomas kicks to Turner. It's Solenbad to Antetokounmpo. Outside Mayo. Inside from 11 feet away. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. On to Antetokounmpo's got his first 2 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Here's Zeller. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. A nice shot by Zeller.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
And he gets it to go. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
For Bayless, it was his 16 in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his project.
Yeah, well, where I like Bayless is in spot plays. You need a lift, you need a spark offensively. You go see Jared.
Vasquez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Boston also with the sub. Hunter's checked in. Celtics trail by 8. Now Turner still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Johnson dishes to Miles. That's good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Boston. Here's Monroe, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 10 points for Greg Monroe. The Celtics have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Kicks it to Miles. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
No good on the free throw.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
They set the pick. Pass to Bayless. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 4. Here's Mayo. And Boston with the rebound.
And for most every team out there, guys, they're looking for a guy like C.J. Miles. Decent size, natural movement skills, and can absolutely shoot the lights out. Call them buckets, because that's a lethal formula.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jason Kidd. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
You know, sounds like they'd like to keep this a low-scoring affair. This could be one of those grind-it-out kind of games.
And I'm sure that would suit them just fine. It may not be what the fans want to see or hear, but a win is a win. Come on now. A W is a W, and that's what you're playing for.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Now here's Zeller. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book. And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th-place finish in that Eastern Conference?
And for the Bucks, a lot of their improvement came, Greg, as you're talking about, in their play against the Eastern Conference. They went 30-22, Clark, against the rest of the conference.
A nice step for a young team, but you look at it more closely. Basically, the Bucks beat teams they should have beaten, but you know, Kevin, the good teams do that consistently, so a good step for them.
Clark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow, that's right. Now here's Turner. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. DeAndre Jordan, #1. And, of course, Tyler Zeller.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Here is Bayless, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step. And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson, the pass to Turner. Nice ball movement by Boston. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation. I tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Bayless. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. And it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here is Miles. With a step back. Goes back up. Zeller. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Boston, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he's...
Defensively, offensively.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
That's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Parker out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Monroe in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. In the corner, Middleton with it. It's stolen by Bradley. Outside Thomas. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Parker. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Sullinger, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Bradley kicks to Jordan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
The Bucks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Off the left rim and out. Celtics trail by 5. Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. And there's the pass to Crowder. Got a piece of it. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. Carter Williams against Thomas. Out left to the wing. Sullinger passes to Thomas. Back to Sullinger. 4 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Offensive rebound. Henson. And it's blocked by Jordan. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Up the floor. Good.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Carter Williams. Down low, tipped away. It's stolen by Sullinger. Jumps up, and the dunk by Jordan.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And it's blocked by Jordan. Bradley, no one around him. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Dishes it to Carter Williams. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. Celtics trail by 5. Outside Thomas. Sullinger, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. An easy 2 points on the layup. Sullinger's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Thomas against Carter Williams. To the inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Carter Williams. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And finished off by Sullinger.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Thomas against Carter Williams. Parker kicks to Antetokounmpo. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Celtics trail by 5. Passes it to Crowder. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams against Thomas. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Great showing for him last season. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well.
A different look for Milwaukee. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Boston. C.J. Miles comes in for Bradley. Miles, that's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Henson, a screen on Thomas. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Bucks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Vasquez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for Boston. Hunter comes in for Crowder. And Turner's subbed in for Thomas. Outside Turner. Jordan the screen to the wing on the left from deep. Miles, offensive rebound. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Mayo. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Turner.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Really, they've backed off of working it inside. I mean, they haven't gotten it inside as much as they did earlier in the game, and I think they've got to get back to that.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Henson. And the Celtics also making a change. Zeller is checked in for Jordan. Vasquez passes to Mayo. Now here's Vasquez. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Johnson. Now Miles. He's got 8. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
From deep, Miles, and he gets the bucket. Miles has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Monroe with a screen on Turner, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And watching Amir Johnson, Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Johnson with the block.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
And Turner kicks to Johnson. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Mayo, but they'll get another chance. Parker dishes to Mayo, shoots over Miles, and there's O.J. Mayo on the assist by Parker.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target. And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
Here's Vasquez. The three-pointer, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Picked by Zeller. Johnson in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. And now it's a 3-point Boston lead.
Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start. And yet, there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Boston shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And here is Turner. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Hunter. Here's Zeller. And another shot. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Bucks second.
Yeah, and because of that, Kevin, they were one of the best defenses last year as a team. I mean, they led the league in steals, and that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's hard work and concentration.
Outside Turner. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Here's Hunter. Nailed from three-point land. Hunter's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here is Bayless. He has 6. He dishes it to Mayo. And it comes off the front of the rim.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
54 seconds left to play here in the half. And Turner kicks to Zeller. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Outside Turner. Inside. And there's Zeller. And that's good on the assist by Turner. Turner's got 6 assists in the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Screen by Monroe. Vasquez kicks to Mayo. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And he's good on the second.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Boston now. They're on a 17-7 run. Turner with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the inside. Outside for Miles. It's stolen by Mayo. And the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime. A nice show being put on tonight by Jared Sullinger. He had 14 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been a clinic out there by Jared Sullinger.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jordan. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Thomas against Carter Williams. Thomas up top. To the middle. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton. Celtics have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12. He's off on the first. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
Now here's Thomas. They set the pick. Here's Sullinger. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Now Thomas. Inside, stolen by Monroe. Middleton against Bradley. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Again, Carter Williams missing.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof, only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
To the inside, Henson, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Thomas against Carter Williams. And here is Thomas. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jordan the screen. Feeds it to Bradley. And Henson sends it back. Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. And Parker, here we go. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diop in the way he treats his body.
Boston making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Here's Thomas. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Sullinger the screen. Thomas goes in. Rejected by Monroe. Middleton dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Middleton. It's deflected. They retain possession. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Back to Thomas. Johnson the screen. The Celtics working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. The feed to Crowder. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Crowder's got 6.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Timeout called, the Bucks. You look at Jared Sullinger, what a contribution.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
And the Bucks making a change here. Vasquez comes in. He feeds it to Carter Williams. The dish now to Monroe. The shot no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. Boston leading by 3. Thomas with the ball. It's Bradley on the wing. Monroe against Thomas. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Johnson can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. Fades away. It's hauled in by Thomas. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. It's Bradley on the wing. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And it's a 6-point Boston lead.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Middleton outside. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Throwing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Fellas, I'll tell you, I was really surprised when Michael Carter Williams got traded last season. It's so hard to find point guards with his length and instincts. I mean, you just have to wonder what's going on in Philly.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. On the subject of Michael Carter Williams, his assists went up last season. His rebounds went up last season as well. But, Greg, the one thing he can't seem to lock down is his shooting streak.
Yeah, last season hitting just 38% from the field, and you expect more out of him at this stage. Remember, this is a young player, and oftentimes your field goal percentage isn't necessarily a reflection of your ability to make shots, but more so your ability to take good ones. So shot selection, I think, plays a role for him as well.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Hunter's checked in for Bradley. Pass to Hunter. Kicks to Thomas. Johnson the screen. And Thomas, here we go. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Bucks trail by 3.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Vasquez, that's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Now, here's Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Johnson up top. 5 on the clock. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Milwaukee. Bayless comes in for Michael Carter-Williams. Then for the Celtics, Zeller is checked in for Johnson. C.J. Miles comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Turner in for Thomas. And he gets it to go.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Now Vasquez. Here's the floater. Henson with it. Sullinger picks him up. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And another basket for Milwaukee. And here is Turner. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Sullinger the screen. Pass to Hunter. No one near him. And again, it's Boston converting. Here's Vasquez. Right through the D for the layup. Vasquez has got 6 points in the quarter.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
For the tie, and it's finished off inside by Henson. Henson's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And the pass to Miles. Clock at 6 to the left wing. It's stolen by Vasquez. Oh, and here we go. Bayless got the fast break chance. He kicks it to Mayo for the lead. That's short off the rim. Boston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here is Miles. 14 points for him. Sullinger the screen. Over to the left wing. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Hunter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. For Milwaukee, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Antetokounmpo passes to Henson. That's good. Henson's got 13.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Outside Turner. Picked by Zeller. Doubled by Henson. From deep, Miles makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
It's stolen by Sullinger. A solo fast break, jumps up, and it's Miles with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sullinger. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Parker comes in for Vasquez. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Boston. Here is Bayless. Turner covering. Parker kicks to Monroe. 8 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
1:12 left in the third quarter. Turner with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Zeller pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bradley's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Zeller, and that one is stuffed right through.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Picked by Zeller. To the paint. Outside for Miles. Dishes it to Turner. 6 to shoot. Over to the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Bucks trail by 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Bayless. He has 6. And Parker, here we go. Here's Monroe. Rebound Boston. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep, Miles. And that one's good. And it's a 10-point Celtic lead.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Boston leading by 10. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. Antetokounmpo out there with Parker, and it's Monroe in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Bradley against Middleton. Bradley kicks to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson the screen. To the paint. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season And as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17. Also, 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for the Celtics.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
From 11 feet away, here's Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Jordan. He has 9 rebounds, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
Bradley against Middleton. Can't get it to go. Bradley with some nice D. Celtics leading by 12. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Sullinger the screen. Thomas dishes to Crowder. And that one's good. And the Celtics lead by 14.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Sullinger the screen. Here's Thomas. And again, it's Boston converting.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also done a lot of good work in the post tonight. That's certainly been an advantage as well.
John
Henson's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Boston also with the sub, C.J. Miles. He's checked in for Crowder. Boston leading by 14. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Outside Thomas. Sullinger passes to Thomas. Another shot. No good off the front iron.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Carter Williams kicks to Middleton. Back to Carter Williams. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Zeller is checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
Tyler Zeller.
Boston's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Down low. Picked by Zeller. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Now, here's Thomas, picked by Zeller. Thomas kicks to Miles. The three. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. Thomas got assist number 7 for him tonight. Bucks trail by 15. And here is Carter Williams. Inside. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. 3 on the clock. Jumper off the screen. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Picked by Zeller. Here's Miles, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And that one's good.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Passes it to Bradley. Lets it fly from 18. The rebound by the Bucks.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Parker dishes to Carter Williams. Middleton on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. Middleton against Thomas. The fader. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Bucks trail by 13. Carter Williams with it. Now Thomas defending. Bradley against Middleton. He dishes it to Henson. And Boston with the rebound. Zeller's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Thomas. Picked by Zeller. Thomas kicks to Bradley. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 9 assists now tonight.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there. And when it comes to Michael Carter Williams, guys, I feel like people either love him or they don't buy him at all. I mean, he has the size, he's a good athlete, he plays hard, but he's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Some changes for Boston. Jordan comes in for Zeller, and Jay Crowder's subbed in. Middleton against Thomas. Henson the pass to Parker. He had stolen by Sullinger. By himself for Avery Bradley. Oh!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Thomas kicks to Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. Monroe slams it back in.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Thomas with the ball. Jordan the screen from deep. Miles. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Carter Williams feeds to Henson. And it's Parker in the corner. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays. Now here's Thomas. Jordan the screen. And Miles kicks to Thomas. It in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Deflects the pass. Celtics leading by 11. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sullinger, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Henson against Jordan. Henson the pass to Carter Williams. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Thomas against Parker. And here is Thomas. Double team on Thomas. And so it's Milwaukee now. In the corner, Middleton with it. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Thomas against Carter Williams. Outside Thomas. Now the feed to Sullinger. Parker with the steal. There's the dish to Carter Williams. The 15-footer, Middleton. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. It's been a good game for Sullinger. 19 points now and 3 great steals.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Celtics making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Carter Williams dishes to Parker. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. And that's 13 points for Parker.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Thomas. He feeds it to Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan sets the pick for Bradley. Good work defensively by Monroe. Bucks trail by 10. Parker's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Jordan the screen. From deep, Thomas. Second shot opportunity. And Jordan with the layup. And the Celtics lead by 12.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything. Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Bradley passes to Thomas. But they'll get another chance. Again, Thomas missing.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Another miss by Parker.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take what you think, Shaq.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turning around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.